Sushi calls and sweaty balls. This is Scotch Sporting.
Okay.
Christ.
Here we go.
Christ.
Here we go.
Guys.
With that, 24 is a big number.
Oh my God. Okay, so the Deshaun Watson story. We've talked about it a bunch.
Yeah.
I am so fucking angry he signed an insane contract.
And it's all guaranteed.
230 million.
So Dave and I, as you know, we like to travel Canadian Thanksgiving to go see the Vikings. The Vikings are in Minnesota this year. We've been there before, so we were like, let's just pick a stadium that we want to go to then, or, who's playing Canadian Thanksgiving, or that's easy to get to for us. And Cleveland is at home on Canadian, and we're like, that's close, that's a drive. And I paused and I was like, I can't. Yeah. I can't buy a ticket to see the Browns. I can't.
Now.
And then
Okay, so you can't today. But what if they decide that they just drop all of this?
No.
No, because they went in there gung ho.
What? So for those that don't know, so Deshaun Watson, 22 women at the time have filed a suit. That's not who he's assaulted. 22 women. Filed a civil lawsuit against Deshaun Watson
because the prosecutors said that, or the grand jury, or however they figure it out, said there's not enough evidence for a criminal trial.
Because that type of so even back if you're not following, that type of sexual assault
is so hard to prove.
I can't even imagine if that happened to me trying to prove it.
Yeah, you can't prove that.
So the accusations are he would get women to give him, like masseuses, to give him a massage. He'd get hard. He'd masturbate. He'd get them to touch him. He would show them his dick while he was really hard. Just really shitty stuff.
All the stuff that you do to really impress a woman. Like, you want to impress a woman. This is it. She's there to do her job. And massage your back and massage your quads. And what she really wants is for you to flip over with a rager and just show it at her. That's what I'm
doing wrong at my massages.
That's what you're doing wrong, because she wants to see it. And if you can't tell, it's dripping with sarcasm. Please understand that I am not in any way condoning any of this.
Of Deshaun Watson. So I can't imagine attempting to prove that if that happened to me. I probably also would choose civil.
Yeah.
To be honest, fine. There's zero chance of proving this in court. I'm gonna find other victims and I'm gonna get some fucking money out of this.
Yeah.
So 22 women had accused him. The Cleveland Browns still went, yeah, that's fine.
22's okay.
And
but signed him real good. So
yeah,
signed him to an insane contract with an insane amount of guaranteed money, and then
all guaranteed money. The only time ever, I believe.
Kirk Cousins had a $90 million fully guaranteed contract as well, but $230 million fully guaranteed.
$230 million fully guaranteed. Tom Brady's contract isn't fully guaranteed.
How are you someone like Deshaun Watson, and you're like, I make more than Tom Brady? How do the Browns go, hey, Tampa isn't guaranteeing this money to Tom Brady, we're going to go ahead and do this to Deshaun Watson?
Because they're that desperate.
That's such a good... But Baker Mayfield isn't that bad.
That's my thing, is you don't have a bad quarterback. You don't have a guy that's going to do it. But I hate to break it to you, Cleveland, but Deshaun Watson isn't going to fucking win you a Super Bowl either.
No.
So... you might as well stick with the guy who hasn't sexually assaulted at least 66 women. That's your best bet, is to just, not go with the guy.
I think that's as horrific
allegedly sexually assaulted.
From a sports perspective, taking all of this aside, which you really can't, but let's just for argument's sake. Who's calling me? Oh. I will call you back. Deshaun Watson isn't your
Isn't.
generational quarterback.
He isn't.
He isn't.
No. But there's a thought that he is good enough to get you. I don't know. I don't understand it. Mark, tell me why. Tell me why that the Cleveland Browns think he's the guy.
Because he puts up numbers like he did with a bad Texans team. So if he put some talent around him, they think he'd be better.
And
which, hypothetically on paper would work.
Right. But do you believe that Deshaun Watson is the type of guy that's going to take you to the promised land?
He has the talent. He's not that much different from Russell Wilson when he was younger.
Right. Except
So
Russell Wilson hasn't sexually assaulted, allegedly sexually assaulted 66.
Gonna go over the numbers.
He's a running Christian. Come on.
Right.
He disavowed sex.
That's right. He doesn't
he became a virgin again, right?
He hates sex.
Yeah, that's a thing you can do. That is also a good use for the Diva Cup.
Yeah, okay.
It's a silicone hymen. You can just stick it in. Then that's just such a good sports point of he isn't, maybe if Patrick Mahomes had sexually assaulted 24 women, you'd be like, well, he's good at football. But Deshaun Watson isn't that good.
He's not Patrick Mahomes good, no.
I'm making light of this, but it's he's not even that good. He's a good quarterback, but he's not that good. Okay, so the Cleveland Browns signed him after 22 women, and how is it worse than that? Because it fucking gets worse. We're up to 24.
Yeah, 24 have joined.
24 women have joined the lawsuit, all with very identical stories. And now Cleveland's So I don't know if there was something in his contract that is now making them hem and haw. Okay, 24 is fine, but if we find out about any more, there's going to be a problem. And so now it's a bit oh, fuck, there's obviously more.
Well, I think the worst part about what I've read that came out recently with this 66 number is that he was provided a hotel room by the Houston Texans.
So this does get worse. This is how it gets worse.
Right. So they provided the hotel room for him to get his massage therapy. And they also provided him with non-disclosure agreements for these ladies to sign.
And you mentioned 66. So where that number comes from is the Houston fucking Texans provided him with this hotel room. They provided him with these non-disclosure agreements, and they knew he booked 60 in I believe it was
17 months.
66 different women.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine you go and do the massage once and you don't go back. I imagine that's not a return visit.
Yeah. That's obviously the implication. So I am someone who I have chronic back issues. I have a fractured vertebrae in my spine that just isn't healing. I go for massage probably once a month, once every 2 months, physio, all that shit. And you know what I do? I find a massage therapist that I really like, and I keep going back to them.
Yeah.
Because they're very good. We are going to my parents' house in Uxbridge this weekend. We'll be there on Friday. I sought out and I booked it a month in advance to have the same massage therapist that I've had a couple times when I go to Uxbridge.
Yep. And you also don't roll over with a boner.
I mean, yes, I don't roll over with a boner.
I think it's easier for her to hide than us.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
he's not trying. Let's be fair. He's not trying to hide it.
No, he's not. I'm saying Tay could if she wanted.
So that's where 66 comes from.
Yeah.
Is he had 66 different women. Jesus Christ. So fuck you. You prefer to be punched in the face. Oh, sorry. So for many, 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 many reasons, fuck Texas.
Well, the Houston Texans
No.
this, and then Texas for other reasons.
Texas is, I don't know if you guys have been following the news, but nothing has been done about shooting literal children in a school.
Right.
But
they're pushing to ban drag queens in the state.
Can't have that.
Because it's the drag queens that are making kids gay, and gay kids obviously shoot up schools.
Did it come out that this Uvalde kid was
No.
gay? No.
Okay. No. I'm just
okay.
Making shit up.
So what did the drag queens have to do with what?
So
like,
I'm just trying to find the stat. Give me 1 second. Really great podcast.
Same thing with the amount of sex toys you can have in Texas, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you can only own up to 5 or 6.
Yeah.
It's 5 or 6, but you can own many more guns.
Yes.
Lauren Boebert, that horrific neo-Nazi.
Oh, I love her.
Posted, take your children to church and not drag bars.
Yep.
And the reply was, number of children sexually abused by the clergy of the Catholic Church between 1950 and 2020 is 216,000.
Mm-hmm.
Number of children abused at a drag show during that same time,
goose egg.
Big old 0.
Yep.
So if you head on over to Scotch Sporting on Instagram, you will see Rowan dancing along to RuPaul's Drag Race.
Perfect.
Because that child is being raised around the gays.
Desmond watches Drag Race.
So Rowan, we let him have screen time because we watch TV and it's like, I want to watch my show, so I don't care if you're in the room.
Yeah.
Thomas the Tank Engine, very few screen time things holds his attention.
Right.
Thomas the Tank Engine holds his attention, and Drag Race holds his attention.
Nice.
He will watch Drag Race and be like, this is great.
You're not far off from Paw Patrol, though.
Kill me. So if you follow Scotch Sporting on Instagram, which I hope you do, one of the greatest engagement posts I have ever done is when I posted about that Paw Patrol pup whose name I still do not know. He is the recycling dog, and I do not understand what his purpose is.
He's Rocky.
All of the other dogs. He's Rocky.
Yep.
All of the other dogs have very defined purposes, and I understand what they do.
Yep.
The recycling pup, I don't understand why his jobs could not be very easily done by the other dogs.
Because you need the cute gray puppy with the green.
There is nothing that only he is specifically needed for.
Sure. There's nothing that any of them are specifically needed for.
No, but like Rubble, you need him to move heavy things.
He's my favorite. Rubble's my favorite, by the way.
Everyone loves Rubble. Rubble's the fucking best.
Yeah.
Sky's the one that can fly in.
Yep.
Marshall's the one that is the firefighter, so he can save you in a fire. Ace is the cop, so he does cop things
Chase.
like beat black dogs.
Chase.
Oh, Chase is the cop one?
Yes. You fucking got me with that.
But I don't understand what Rocky's purpose is. I get he recycles things, but it's like Rocky can do that, or Rubble can do that.
Sure.
Why isn't there like a medic among these guys? Couldn't he be a medic?
He could be a medic. He could be an EMT.
Yeah.
They added Zuma.
They don't really show anybody hurt.
Zuma's like a mountaineer pup. I think like she's the.
No, that's Everest.
Oh, who's Zuma then?
Zuma's the brown one with the hovercraft.
Oh, is Zuma a girl?
No, Zuma's a boy.
Dave, Zuma's a boy.
World
Zuma. The pup that's on our bathtub, Zuma's a boy. Zuma has a hovercraft.
Only Everest and Sky are the girls. And there's another one they've introduced later, but yeah.
Oh. Fuck. Everest is
the husky.
Oh, Dave's saying there's a third one, and so Dave, I don't know, Dave, can we cut? Do we need to cut who your client is? Dave's client is Spin Master.
Okay.
Who does Paw Patrol? So he actually knows this now. I did want to take a moment to. So how does this get worse? Deshaun Watson's Rusty Harden, his lawyer, Rusty Harden,
Rusty.
who, if you go back into the podcast archives, has repped some really shitty characters. He's repping, but whatever, he's doing his job.
Yeah. Hey, they
He's
need to be. You know what?
job.
Shitty people need a lawyer in court as well.
Shitty people need lawyers too. However, how does this get worse? Your lawyer comes and does this shit in front of the media. So he gave an interview. Harden had this to say about the possibility of Watson getting massages from so many different women, with an expectation, a hope, and or desire that it would turn sexual. So someone asked him, like, did he go through all these women because every massage he hoped it would get sexy?
Yeah.
Was that his hope?
Was that his thing?
Quote, I don't know how many men out there now have had a massage that perhaps occasionally there was a happy ending. Maybe there's nobody in your listening audience it's ever happened to, but I do want to point out, if it's happened, it's not a crime, okay? Unless you're paying somebody extra or so to give you that type of sexual activity, it's not a crime. Doing something or saying something or being a way that makes you uncomfortable is not a crime. Is that not the worst? The worst thing your lawyer could have said?
It's pretty bad. I'd be looking
That's
for a new
defense.
lawyer.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
So I thought when I first saw this article, there was something when the 24th woman came out, he said something to the effect of, "We didn't know her name."
Yeah.
Like something giving the implication of, we didn't say we didn't know who she was.
Right.
We just didn't know.
We just didn't know what
her name.
her name was. Yeah. Not
And
good.
I thought that's what this article was going to be about. But no. That's so much worse.
Yeah.
So he's basically saying...
Yeah. He's saying it.
He's saying he got jerked off.
Yeah.
But he's basically pulling the, it was consensual.
Right. Paying for it, though, I'm sure it's not... I don't know, man. Oh, this whole thing.
Will Deshaun Watson start a game in the regular season for the Cleveland Browns?
No.
Yeah.
Tyler? Mark is shaking his head.
Very handy on an audio podcast.
Tyler?
No.
And
No,
why
no.
do we think that? Who is going to be the one?
The NFL.
Like, what is going to
the
happen?
NFL. The NFL is going to step in.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is a bad look.
This is a horrible look for the NFL, and they're all about optics, right? So
Yeah, this is Roger Goodell coming in and being like, no.
yeah,
This
this is not happening. Like I don't know. Can the NFL come in and void that contract at this
I
point?
think so.
No, because it's got to go with the NFLPA, though, right?
Right.
And they're going to defend that because they want
Right.
to defend it.
The PA is going to defend that?
Yes,
The contract.
The PA will defend it. They have to.
Yeah.
That's their job.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't he making the NFLPA look bad too?
No.
Like, he's making everybody look bad.
No, their job is to protect the player. That's their job. Whether he's a piece of shit or not. It's the same as the lawyer. They have a job to do.
So we all think he's not going to start a game.
I
All
don't
think
think
it's going to. Does any of us think the NFL, or sorry, we all think he's not going to start a game? Do any of us think anything other than like Roger Goodell himself will interfere?
No, because Cleveland will play him. If they can, they will. And that will be a horrible look for the NFL. There's no way Goodell lets that happen.
Yeah. It's an easy decision for Goodell.
Yeah.
He just suspended Ridley for a year for gambling.